I want to note this to the audience, how brave it is that I'm willing to do this, and sort of underhanded that you would do this. But I dig it. I like that fiery competitive side. Let's get into it.
And I'll be having a chicken avocado ranch bowl. I'm here with comedian, actor, and candidate for Burbank City Council, JT Parr. Thanks for coming on 60 for 60. JT, you're gonna have 60 minutes to eat $60 worth of SweetGreen in order to win $60 in cold hard cash. Is that worth playing for?
Absolutely. I am an amoral capitalist. I want all the money.
Let's go.
Give it to me.
All right, well, we're gonna start the timer then in 4, 3, 2, 1. You can dig in. All right, so you and your compadre Chad have gained a lot of notoriety for your city council videos. You go in, you say,
"What up, council? My name is JT Parr. I'm here to buttress Chad's point and to make a macro point about America."
What makes you take the leap of being, the guy who's going kind of in a humorous way to city council meetings to actually running for city council?
The main thing was, I was feeling pretty dispirited about the national election at the time. I was even considering not voting. And my partner, who I care about her opinion very much, she said I was being apathetic. And that struck me to my core. And then I also, since we've been doing city council speeches, I've just watched cynicism kind of rise towards our institutions. I don't think we can have a great nation unless we believe in our government. So I was like, oh, well, there's some kids who follow me, so maybe if I run, it'll give them a little more of a can-do attitude about it.
Interesting. So when you said that threat of apathy was the biggest motivator?
Yeah.
So that's something you take seriously. You don't want to be accused of being apathetic.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not an apathetic dude. So she said I was apathetic, and I was like, all right, well, I'll show you. I'm gonna be in politics for the rest of my life.
You went full swing the other way. Yeah. Is this a joke?
No, and a lot of people think that, and they're totally right to think that. But the way I separate it is like, I take my jokes very seriously. When I'm a comedian and I'm supposed to be making people laugh, it's very important to me. I'm very sincere about it. I'll do this the same way. I'll be very sincere about it.
So this is 100% real, and you're all in?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, well, I'm glad you said that, because we have with us today a special guest, Emma Pineiro,
oh my God,
who's running for Burbank City Council against you. And we're gonna have a debate right here today.
Hey, Emma, what's up?
I'm the third generation Burbanker that you said you were competing
that's
against.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you.
We're gonna bring in a Burbank resident, undecided voter.
This is incredible.
We're gonna set you guys up, and we're gonna ask some questions.
She's at a total strategic advantage that she knew this was coming, though.
Well,
I want to note this to the audience, how brave it is that I'm willing to do this, and sort of underhanded that you would do this. You're totally taking advantage of their notoriety to try to get a leg up on me in this election. But I dig it. I like that fiery competitive side. Let's get into it.
Well, this is our first ever debate here on 60 for 60. Two candidates for the Burbank City Council. We're gonna ask about some of the topics that voters are asking about this election cycle. And Jackie's gonna be here to kind of weigh in and see what he thinks. If you want to keep eating this, 60 minutes is
No,
still
I'm not eating.
I'd like to talk about transportation for a second. You publicly supported the planned BRT line.
Yes.
Emma, I believe you expressed some skepticism about that,
Yes.
right? I believe that a key part of that is that adding a specific bus lane would restrict parking access for small businesses in Burbank? Is
Parking and walkability, bikeability.
JT, if you want to just kind of talk about where your stance is on that.
I mean, I think broadly it's a bummer. Like, I love my car. I love my whip, but pollution-wise, cars are the #1 emission in California. We need to move to a multimodal model, and I think having a reliable public transportation is a huge part of that.
So with that, there comes with the question of congestion issues, because our population density rises from 100,000 of our residents to over 200,000 during the day because of traffic moving in and out.
I agree it's not perfect, but I think philosophically we can't let great be the enemy of good.
Would you be willing to sit on the board with Metro as a liaison for Burbank to protect the residents? Because I know I would.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, great. But I will say this, I'm not seeking any contributions. I'm not doing any fundraising.
I'm not doing that either.
You're not fundraising?
Some of my fans are sending in some cash, but I'm not fundraising from anyone who would have a conflict of interest in the city I'm intending to run.
If I'm to be elected, I am going to be a representative of all Burbankers and take into consideration all of their opinions
I think
and
you're
ideas.
doing a great job. In fact, I was 100% on board until you tried to bamboozle me today.
Question for you, Emma. Once Olive Avenue was designated as, I hear people talking about it all the time. No one likes that.
The designated bus lane, no one likes it.
What would be the thoroughfare you would work on first?
It's a good question.
Well, I actually, we have had a plan for complete streets for a long time to increase our bikeways. So instead of retrofitting things later and adding costs to our taxpayers, we need to be thinking about that proactively and increasing it now.
Cost to the taxpayers.
What do you mean, which part? Because it's all coming out of taxpayer dollars.
For the bus?
The budget for the bus, I believe, is at around $240 million.
But the point of it is it's coming from a place that's gonna make the city a better place to live for the next generation. It could be the way our children travel from city to city in Los Angeles, which sucks right now. And I don't think that's
When's the last
hyperbolic.
time you've used the bus?
Me? When is the
Because
last
I
time
used
you
it this morning to get here. And
You
it was fine.
Do you think enough people are using the buses?
I mean, it was a full bus when I was on it, and you know who was on it is the workers and people and students that need to get to their
Are you
destination.
trying to blue collar me?
I mean, you know what? I've
But
used
then if-
alternative
but then if
transportation,
you-
and I've never had a problem.
But do you really think it's gonna be that much worse on Olive than how much it would help to have the dedicated
I
bus
don't know,
lane?
because there's no design.
But you say I don't know a lot.
I'm not going to make a stance on something that isn't fully in front
You
of
want
me.
to go from Pasadena to North Hollywood
I
on
came
a
from
bus,
Burbank
and
to
you
Santa
went-
Monica.
How long did it take you?
I left at 11:07 and I got here at 12:57. So
2 hours.
About 2 hours.
So 2 hours out of everyone's day saved because of a dedicated
It would be
lane.
great to have a very rapid transit, but I made it work.
I'd also like to say I agree with you on most things, and I'm a big fan of the way you've approached the candidacy.
I think we do agree on a lot of things.
All right. Well, seems like a good place to call pause. I do actually, Jackie though did prepare a few questions.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give him the floor, and that'll wrap us up.
Okay, this will prove that I am actually a,
This is his proof that he lives in Burbank.
But you know, I've been praying some
Is that your utility bill?
that's my utility bill.
And we've got the potential rent cap study. I love that. That's great.
Yeah, where are you going to vote on Prop 33?
Well, here's my question, because I'm undecided, because I don't know. So I just want to see how much you guys actually know about Burbank.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm here. Let's go.
The city of Burbank, what was the founder's first name?
John.
It's not Luther, is it?
David.
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 Oh,
That's close.
Good
You
Christian
guys are both
name.
close, yeah.
What was the name of the first hit TV series filmed in Burbank in the 60s?
I Love Lucy.
I don't know. MASH.
Oh wait, so The Honeymooners.
It was in the 60s.
Sid Caesar.
It was in color.
The Jack Parr Show.
Batman.
Oh,
Batman.
the Adam West one.
Oh, wow.
Okay, what was the first bank in Burbank was founded?
Beep. Wells Fargo.
For the year.
The year.
Oh, 1912.
1872.
I have to. Did you come up with these questions?
I looked them up.
Did they ask you to look up questions?
No, this is just on my own.
Did you already know the answers to these?
No.
Because I mean, these questions, I
like
I
that?
can't
I'm
say
not
that
gonna
I
sit
that I
down.
know
China,
these.
baby.
He showed up with some
I
questions.
should've known Dave.
Well, Jackie, you'll have a lot to think about. Thank you
Yes.
for coming out. Thank you, guys.
They're both great. I mean, they're both.
You can vote for both of them.
Yeah, I guess I could. Yeah.
All right, should we do a check-in on where we're at with the food right now?
Man, I gotta tell you, I came in here with such big ambitions and aspirations for how I was gonna chow down, and I've just been letting you down, dude.
What happened?
I might have been too sensitive about it, but you fucking cocksuckers put me on the spot, which I totally didn't expect. I thought we were all friends. You guys totally fucking sandbagged me. Emma comes in here like Brutus, just stabbing me in the chest, smiling at me. I might not eat the rest of the night, but you know it's good. I got a busy day tomorrow, so it's probably best I didn't put too much food in me. Is that guy even from Burbank?
He is.
I never seen that guy before. And who was feeding him the question?
No, he wrote. We didn't tell him to do that part at all. He came in, he was like, I wrote some trivia. I was thinking I could do trivia for who I'm going to vote for.
I guess I should know that stuff too.
You recently became a father to beautiful children. What has that experience been like?
Dude, it's been the best. All the cliches are true. Like when I'm stressed out about stuff, when I'm mad about stuff, when I come home and I see them and I realize they don't care about it, they're happy, and I want to keep them happy, it just puts me on a better track. So I love it.
Twins, have you become an expert, would you say, in twins since then?
I know twins are on the rise.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I want to take this chance to put your twin knowledge to the test.
Well, who are you bringing out?
I just got
Is this like an ex-girlfriend of mine that I told her we were gonna have kids and then I totally bamboozled her?
No, I've got pictures of well-known twins.
Okay, yeah, let's do
I
it.
want to see if you can identify which is which.
Yeah, cool.
They're all identical. I know yours are fraternal,
Mine are fraternal.
right?
I'm not a big identical twin guy.
Yeah, it's a little creepy. Like they could be like
Fraternal, it's like you can, one of them can move to Bali and it's all copacetic.
So. brought to you by BetMGM. So if you get all these right, I will take one of these bowls off of your hands.
I didn't hear a word of that. Let's do it.
I'm gonna eat your food.
I got it.
Yeah. Brought to you by BetMGM.
Olsen twins.
Yes, but you have to identify which is which.
Oh, Mary-Kate, Ashley.
Bang.
Oh, Tiki and Rondé.
Yep.
Rondé, Tiki.
Bang. Come on.
I know my people. Fuck, I never watched Despicable Me.
One of them is Drew and one of them is Gru.
Okay, Gru is the main dude, and that's Drew is the white one.
Bang.
Yep.
Come on.
Come on. Oh, the Lohans from
I'm
Parent Trap.
Characters from Parent Trap.
What a great movie.
Annie and Hallie.
Hallie is she the British one?
I think.
Annie Hallie.
That's incorrect. That was your last one too. You were cooking. And that was brought to you by BetMGM. Thanks, BetMGM. How did you first get connected with Chad, and was it love at first sight?
We have two stories.
Okay.
First one is I saw him be born at Hoag Hospital in Newport Beach. I literally saw him slide out of the womb with perfect balance. They say we were the earliest born children to ever throw a connected shaka through our incubators.
Yeah.
Then we lost touch and we reconnected in Los Angeles doing stand-up.
Okay.
Had kind of a dyspeptic outlook on things. I didn't think things worked out until I met him, and then he really built into me a strong work ethic and a kind of optimism around life.
You still get
Feel
that
way?
from him?
Yeah, totally. I think I've known him for 10 years. He's probably the most ethical person I've ever worked with. I've never seen him, he's been accidentally mean. I've never seen him be intentionally mean to anyone.
Yeah.
He's hardest on himself. He leads from the front. He's a tremendous guy.
So I think one of the coolest things that you've gotten to do is you had a show on Netflix, a season of Chad JT Go Deep. What was your favorite? Well, also, I had one question. Do you pitch in character?
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
For the visuals, we really want to capture the cinematic world of the beach. We want to immerse the audience in the energy and have the conversations ping around, sort of like you see in American Hustle. But then as the action crescendos and the chaos is about to start, we want the camera to go still, a la Jim Jarmusch or Wes Anderson, so it's extra funny. Because I think that matches a surfer mentality on action. We're mellow when it's amped, and we're amped when it's mellow. Now let's let these guys get into the pilot.
That's awesome. So is directing something, have you done directing?
I directed all of our earlier videos.
Oh, you did?
So
Okay,
all that stuff, and then, no, but not a ton. But it's always kind of, that's what got me into it, even before stand-up. I just love directors.
Was there a scene that was like hard to get when you were making the show?
Yeah, dude, there was one where we were on a bus, and said we were gonna give them a tour of like celebrities in Los Angeles, and instead we just kept showing them shit from the Fast and Furious, and they were getting pissed. They were like, what the hell? Like, where's the classic Hollywood? We're like, that's where Brian got his tuna sandwich. That's pretty classic. And then the hard part was like 2/3 of the way through that scene, I'm supposed to act like I got a text message that says we've been canceled for being racist. And then we were supposed to act that out in front of the people there. And as we went into that scene, I remember being like, it was the first thing we shot too. I was like, I don't think we're gonna get this. And then we acted it out, and they all believed us. And they started explaining to us like what BLM was and how we were privileged and what we didn't understand. And I'm sitting there and like me and Chad aren't smiling, we're keeping it together. All these people are giving us great stuff, and then we parked the bus and we hopped off and just like, those are the best moments. We jump up and slap hands, and you're like, oh man, I can't believe we pulled that off.
That's awesome. Yeah, that sounds terrifying.
Yeah, you know what that feeling feels like.
Yeah, a little bit, but I struggle with dudes
Today.
out in oh yeah. Oh, you mean when I like totally fucked you over a second ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. It was awesome. We were high-fiving.
Yeah, I bet you do deserve it.
mentally. All right, well, we're running out of time here. We only have a few minutes left.
Oh no, we gotta keep going.
I always, you got two
No,
things.
we're
to do.
locked in now, dude. This is the rest of your day.
I always like to ask what you're looking forward to, what's next up. I know you talked about this new show. Where would you like to be 10 years from now? You know, what's the dream?
Still boys with all my boys. My kids are happy and healthy. Me and my lady.
11.
Yeah, me and my lady still find time for one another and still laugh a lot. And then I think I do another series called After School Program where I interview like intellectuals, just different people from different walks of life who have like specific knowledge on a subject. And if I could move that in a direction where I could live off of that, that would be the best, because I really love sparring with those folks.
Well, thanks for coming on here. I'm excited.
I'm sorry to eat more too.
No, it's okay. I'm a little hurt, but how about we call it even?
No. I'm gonna get you, bro.
I'm gonna get like egg.
It might be years from now, but I don't forget nothing.
All right.
It goes, no.
And then me. All right, time's
Let's
running
go.
out. We got 10, 9,
I ate all these.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. I'm taking the money back.
That's yours. That's yours.
JT, thanks for coming on 60
great
for
work.
60.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure
man.
having you, man.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Huge thanks to BetMGM for sponsoring this episode. With BetMGM's Pro Football Second Chances, you get a second chance on any first TD bet this season. That means if you bet on a player to score the first touchdown of the game, and he doesn't, but he scores the second touchdown of the game, you get your whole stake back in cash, no opt-in required. Use code FBYT at betmgm.com. Now that's a jump shot of an offer.